I'm Bob Hallmark in Longview today. We're talking about what happened at City Council meeting last night. Something that affects local charities, or I should say will affect local charities once it becomes a reality. It's called Hand Up, and it's a program, an initiative developed by the city to actually help solve the homeless and transient population by making direct donations to reputable and established charities in our area. And one of those charities, as you see right over my shoulder right here, is the Highway 80 Rescue Mission. This could have a profound impact on those charities that really depend on public donation to make their operations run. And to talk about that, joined by our director now, Brian Livingston. Brian, you've heard about this initiative now. I'm guessing this could have a profound impact on places like your business here.
It really could. We are completely 100% funded by donations, whether it's churches or individuals. We don't have any federal money or anything like that coming in, so we're completely dependent upon the donations. So anywhere we can get them is always a help. Prices of everything is going up, from utilities to housing and groceries. So we're constantly needing to increase our fundraising. So that could be a really positive impact.
As we have talked many times with you before about particularly when you've gone through extreme heat periods, extreme cold freeze
Yes,
periods, where you're over capacity and you use up resources pretty quickly. Something like this could actually bridge the gap for you. It could make make your ends meet, so to speak.
Absolutely. We're trying to continue to increase our staff and increase our effectiveness in how we minister to people and how we help them out. And unfortunately, that means the budget goes up. It's just kind of a reality of the world we live in. So with budget going up, we're constantly looking for ways to, add to that income, ask for extra donations, bigger donations, not just financially, but like you mentioned, during extreme hot weather, bottled water, food supplies start to dwindle when we feed more and more people. So clothing, there's all sorts of things that we need, and we depend on our community to help us out with. And East Texas is an incredible community. They always come through.
Okay. Now, we do want to talk a little bit about what happened last night at the City Council. It was Longview Police Chief Anthony Boone who actually took to the podium and talked about the reasons why they're doing this.
It's a hand up instead of hand out, and this is an opportunity for panhandling that occurs on the streets to give people another alternative. So this way they can scan a QR code on signs, and then they can actually have that money, their monetary donation, go towards charitable foundations that are trying to actually help the homeless and the needy situation, rather than giving somebody just money on the street, which sometimes can be used for someone already suffering like a substance abuse problem or so forth. You don't always know where the funds are going. This way, it's a little bit more controlled and actually trying to get people the long-term help instead of just fixing a problem for the moment. The QR code will actually take you to our website, and then from there, it will funnel you to the nonprofit, and that's where you would make the payment. And basically, we're going to work as the intermediary. That way, we'll distribute out the signs for those that want to purchase one and place it up. They're $40. And then from there, we'll basically do some small fact checking, since it's on our website, to make sure the organization is local and serving our local community. And then from there, the person can make the donation straight to that charitable organization.
One of the things that is very obvious to a lot of people here is panhandling. Chief Boone addressed that as well. Panhandling is something that continues to go on. And the point is made here that when you give a few dollars to somebody on the street, you might help them buy a meal, but it would be only for maybe one meal. And you really don't know where that money is going to. The point made here is that you do know where the money is going to when it comes to local charities, because you guys are in the business of helping people.
Absolutely.
So obviously it would go a long way to solving that problem if the resources actually came to the place that really used it.
Yeah, I mean, the more resources we have, the more we can minister. That's just bottom line. And we encourage folks to not give money out on the streets for that very reason. You don't know where it's going. You don't really know what they're using it for. All the resources we get here, we use for housing folks, providing them clothing, toiletries, things that they need, food, meals. And our staff does case management with every single individual to help them overcome the obstacles that have led to homelessness and hopefully be able to get a job or an income, budget that money, and then secure their own housing.
Again, and something that Chief Boone addressed last night was the recovery programs.
Right.
Recovery programs, re-education,
Yes, sir.
job programs, things like that. All of that is beneficial, and all of that can be done through charities like yours.
Absolutely. In fact, we just had a meeting earlier this week with some other organizations in town to do some job training for some guys to give them some skills that are actually marketable, that they can go out and get a job and secure their income. That's really what we're all about, is seeing the life transformation, the people moving from homeless, in poverty, not having anything to being able to provide for themselves and live self-sufficient and be a contributing member of society. And we see it happen every day here. And it's only through the donations and the generosity of East Texas that we're able to do what we do.
Okay, Brian, thank you. I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Bob.
Now, this program is actually in its infant stages right now. It's still in the formative stage, but as you can see here, they've already come up with some of these plaques that will be placed in different various businesses. The important part is that money stays right here in Longview. And we'll have much more on this story tonight on KLTV 7 News. For KLTV WebXtra, I'm Bob Hallmark.